Good morning. Well, it's coming near to the end of the holidays now, so I just got to make the most of it and get out when I can before it's all over. It's about 3 degrees, even though coming in, like, the pathways and the trails were all frozen solid. So apparently it's 3 degrees. There's chances of rain later on today. I noticed when I got up this morning it had been raining, so I suppose that brings a chance of sleet or snow as well. But yeah, I'm heading my way into the forest today, and I've been looking forward to it. Oh, it's nice to get out in there. Just can't beat it. Get away from that telly or the PlayStation, both. Obviously with the weather conditions, what I'm going to do is like an old tent setup, tarp setup, copying like a tent almost, that's been used since, like, I don't know, say about the 1900s, early 1900s, maybe further back. It's called a Whelen style tent, and all it is going to use my 3x3 tarp and peg it out as close as I can to get to the Whelen style. It's very similar to what they call a Baker style tent as well, but the Baker style tent has a flat back, whereas I'm just using a tarp. It'll be leaning, but it'll be very similar. So yeah, I'm going to set that up and then see how that goes. Plan to get a campfire going again because it's so cold, and cook me some breakfast. Look forward to doing that. Got me some bacon and eggs. The healthy option again. Fucking hell. I should get plenty of shelter, and I should get like a good circulation from the fire heat inside as well, so it should be all nice and cosy in there. Right, I'll catch you in a minute. Well, vary your setups with your tarps and that if you're out and about, and not just get stuck to doing the odd one or two configurations. It's always good practice. Right, I'll carry on. There we have some deer tracks. Today the pack I've decided to bring with me is the classic, the LK35, Swedish LK35 backpack. It's great, I've had this for years, but it's definitely bomb proof. I've the waterproofs off. Let's hang them up somewhere. Right, so here's the back of the tarp, and all I've done is, if you lie the tent out on a diagonal, here it looks squared off, but normally if I'd lied it out, it'd be to a point here and a point here, and all I've done is tuck that up inside, and from that point there that was there, I counted 1 loops in, 2 loops in, and then pegged. Okay, from this corner loop that was there, I've counted 1, 2, and then pegged out there, and then I've tucked the corner up inside. So I've pegged that out, and all I've done is I've counted 1 from where I've pegged. I count 1, 2, and put a peg in here, and then all I've got is a branch for support, and I've got my guy line coming down to put the tension on and to hold the tarp itself up, and the same goes for the other side. Okay, the corner itself is tucked underneath the ground sheet in there. Okay, so there you go. All I've done is put the loop over, fabric loop of the tarp over the branch, and then all I've done is get guy rope, and pegged it down to put the tension across the tarp and get the right height also, so you can get the corners down so they're not too far off the ground. Put tension on that, and then I've put another guy line in to pull forwards, to pull everything forwards to keep the tension on. And same here, all I've done is count 1 loop in to here. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. You've got like a bit of a canopy there. You don't have to peg this front bit out at all. So I just fold that over the top. It's been raining, it sticks there across, and it's exactly the same for the other side, as you can see how it's pegged out. So it's not the easiest of setups to do, but like I was saying earlier, it's always good practice not to do just the same bog standard few setups. You see, if I tip it up like that, you can see the shape of the shelter better itself, and there's plenty of coverage from inside from the elements. I go under. See, I've got a ton, especially because I put like that back branch in and pulled it out. I've got a ton of room from in here. See? So what I'll do is once I've cut all my firewood and everything, it's time to have a fire, just for reasons of not like wanting to burn a hole in the tarp or chances of cats doing it. All I'll do is I'll undo these two. This front canopy here, I'll just undo those two. Like, these are on taut line hitches. These lines. So all I'll do is just detach like that, and then just fold it over like that. I'll still have plenty of cover. Just turn in here like that. I have my fire here. Sun's come out now, every day. Do myself a drink, and then I could do myself some breakfast. See, all the moss and everything. So just get the worst of it off. Like that. Weather's changed completely. It's gone from like a really miserable grey day, raining, to blue skies. So that's nice. It's lovely and warm inside there. So I'm in my t-shirt. It's not like you feel the warmth on the fabric, like, but it's not going to melt. It's cold on the outside, obviously because it's been raining, but it's all good. Just gotta wait for the fire to die down, and then I can get my tea done and have some breakfast. It's so nice to finally have my gloves, to remember them. How far off. Now what I can do is up this up a bit. Well, the wind's getting up now. Just put bacon eggs on. Bacon's not far off done. Do the eggs next. I'm absolutely starving. Oh, these could be more like scrambled eggs. Yeah, that's better, that's alright. Dinner time, brunch time. Let's get that down my neck. Yum yum. fingers. I never really uploaded anything to YouTube over the, say, 3-4 years ago. I'd got like a couple of videos that weren't anything much. I didn't say anything, you know, really. So, but thinking about it, I think it's a worthwhile thing to be doing. You know, like, you got to think about like future generations and things like that. I think it's a really good way of like a modern day diary, keeping a modern day diary of your hobbies and, you know, your interests, your general interests, how you feel, just your overall personality. And I think it'd be fascinating for like your future generations, like to be able, oh my goodness, what's the matter with me today? Be great for them to be able to watch, say, you know, somebody that had long passed away, and watch what they did, what their interests were, what they got up to. It's a great way of keeping like a modern day diary as such, but without all the paper. that's got to be a good thing, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, some people, they want like, okay, it's nice to have like as many subs as possible, or, you know, as many channel views, and they see it as like an income. That's fair enough. Each to their own. I suppose it's a good thing, like, if you can get paid doing what you enjoy, then you're onto a winner, aren't you? So, I do it personally, just not for subs or any of that reason. It's just purely for the reason, like a log, keeping a log, like a diary of what I got up to. That weird bloke in the family that liked going into the forest and eating bacon and egg and what have you. Yeah, that antisocial get. But yeah, I think, joking aside, I think it's a really cool thing to be doing. I'm not saying that YouTube's going to be there in 50 years or 100 years. I'm sure it will be, but the videos themselves will still be there on the internet somewhere or other. They will exist. And it's crazy to think, like, you know, people will be able, in your future generation, your family in the future, will be able to look back at you in the woods, and they'll be there with you, and they'll know you better than anybody. You know, they'll know you. They'll almost feel like they know you personally, and to me, that's like it's a gift, isn't it? I'd have loved to be able to, like, I don't know, my granddad's, and like go back, right back in the past, even if it was just going like 50 years, a bit further, say 100 years back, and I could see what they got up to and their interests were. It just beats any photographs, doesn't it? Okay, you can get like convey a lot with a picture, but actual like footage, like me saying this now, it's mad to think that a future relative of mine from me could be watching this. How you doing? All right. It's crazy, isn't it? Technology. It has its good points and its bad points, doesn't it, technology? I'm waffling on, my God. Okay, that's everything packed away. The tarp, all that stuff, and the fire covered, doused and covered, completely out. Nothing left around. No sign that I was ever here. The light's going pretty quick now, so I'll make my way out. Look how gorgeous that is, the sunset through the trees. That's where I've been in there. Didn't get out as much as I wanted to over the holidays, but at least I did manage to get out. That's the main thing. Right, so the sun's setting. I've got quite a trek out of here now. So it takes me a good 40 minutes to pack my stuff away. I don't like rushing, so no point. I'll give myself plenty of time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the very best. Black Country Woodsman over and out. See ya.